The difference is that if you're a sole trader, which just means you're running it under no company structure, or you're in a partnership, there's 2 or 3 or 10 of you, right? What happens is, if that business does something and it ends up owing £1 million out to somebody, gets sued, makes a loss, whatever, that £1 million is owed out by the person who owns it or the partners who own it, and they have to pay that £1 million. They will lose their house if they own a house, right? Their cars, whatever. It's until they go to zero, they have to pay that debt back. Now, if they had any of the LLC, limited company, PLC, or LLP, those are all limited liability. That means it's a company incorporated in the United Kingdom or any other jurisdiction, which could be the US, France, wherever, yeah, Russia, China. A limited company means that whatever business the company carries on, if something goes wrong, whoever's owed money can only come after all the assets or all the company owned, all the money, owned by that company. They can't come and say, so if I owned a company and we did something and it made a loss and something went wrong and somebody was like, oh, you owe us £1 million. They would come after the company, right? Which could be called like yourcompany.com. They would come after that company and they would say, right, Shaz owns 100% of the shares, but let's see what's in that company. They might say, okay, that company owns some vehicles, a building, it has 200 grand in the bank. They could take all of that under the law and that would be it. Now, imagine they were owed $1 million, but all the assets of that company only come to 500,000. The other 500,000 that is still owed would just be written off. It's legally just written off. That company doesn't get all its money, and that's the end of it. Now, if that wasn't a company, they could say, right, we've had 500 grand out of that business. Shaz still owes us 500 grand. Let's go and take his house, his cars, whatever. I never had a limited company at first, but then after selling that company, the rest of the time I've started a small company, but as soon as I think, you know, it needs a structure, I've gone to limited companies, and now I always do limited companies because the world is just one of those places where you might do something wrong and it ruins your life.